Onalaska's mayor is launching a write-in campaign for re-election after his name had to legally remain off the ballot. News 8's Brittany Schmidt joins us now with those details.
Mike, when Mayor Joe Chilsen handed in his nomination papers and signatures this year, a few of them were missing his address. His opponent, Jack Pogriba, challenged the papers, and about 20 of Chilsen's signatures got thrown out, dropping him below the required amount of signatures needed to become a registered candidate. Chilsen appealed the decision, but was denied by the Government Accountability Board. So that leaves him with only one option. If he wants to be mayor again, he has to run as a write-in candidate.
You told me, and I agree, that the decision of who will be the next mayor of Onalaska should be made at the ballot box, not in the penalty box.
Onalaska Mayor Joe Chilsen has decided to launch a write-in campaign for the mayoral election in April.
The encouragement for me to run for re-election as a write-in candidate shows that the voters want to continue the work that we started 4 years ago.
Although Mayor Chilsen is known in the community and has a track record there, political analyst Joe Chilsen says it is still going to be a challenge.
I would guess 9 out of 10 fail.
Chilsen says there are a couple factors that weigh heavily when running a write-in campaign.
Number one is who's your opponent. If you happen to have an unpopular opponent, it makes it a lot easier.
The reason Mayor Chilsen is not on the ballot may also play a big role in the outcome.
Secondly, if there's some perception that there's something unfair about the fact that you've been denied the ballot, on a technicality of some sort, that you've been kept off the ballot when in fact you probably morally or ethically you probably should have been on the ballot. Legally, maybe not.
Chilsen says it may also cost more money.
It does cost more to get your name out, to let people know that you're running a write-in campaign. Typically involves mailings to voters.
And last but not least, Mayor Chilsen also has to consider his own popularity.
It's one thing to have an unpopular opponent, it's another to have people willing to write your name in.
One Onalaska resident says that shouldn't be a problem.
I think he's very well known in the community. Obviously, he's already been mayor, so that really helps, and I think there's so much support for him that I really think he has an excellent chance of winning.
It's not going to be easy.
It has to be considered an uphill battle.
But it's a battle Mayor Chilsen says he's willing to fight.
Remember that in Onalaska we spell mayor Chilsen.
When candidates run write-in campaigns, they would usually hand out little stickers with their names on so that when people go to the polls, all they have to do is put the name on the ballot and then they're done. That way they don't have to worry about misspelling it.
Sure.
However, because ballots are counted using a machine, the stickers might jam the machine, so that will not be allowed to be used this year.
And speaking of misspellings, do they have to spell Mayor Chilsen's name correctly if they want their vote to count?
It is obviously preferred. However, when it comes to the electoral judge, we'll give the voter the benefit of the doubt. So if they do put Chilsen down and they spell it O-N instead of E-N, they do understand that it will likely count because they do know who they're talking about.
Sure.
But if they would put just Joe, I mean, there are millions of Joes in the world, so that would probably get thrown out.
Okay, interesting. Thanks, Brittany.